Gaza's been under total Israeli blockade since March the 2nd, with tight restrictions on what supplies are allowed into the Strip. On Tuesday, 30 trucks carrying aid supplies were permitted to enter from the Zikim crossing in the north, but only 5 of those actually went in. Several people, including children, were injured after Israeli forces fired on people waiting for aid in the area. Hungry Palestinians had rushed there looking for food and taken the supplies. Hani Mahmoud is joining us live from Gaza City. Let's talk about the aid trucks that have been going in. Just tell us about what has been happening. 30 trucks had been allowed to go in, but only 5 actually made it through.
Well, based on the news circulating earlier, Rob, 30 of those trucks were scheduled to enter the Gaza Strip filled with flowers and other critical essentials and basic necessities for people. And only 5 of them based on eyewitnesses and testimonies from the area. But what we are looking at here is an area better known as Zikim crossings in the northern part of the Strip of the city of Beit Lahiya into the Gaza Strip. It's the only access from the northern part that has been turned into an area for trucks to move in. But it's an area that has started to display characteristics and qualities and very much resembling the distribution centers where more deaths reported where aid is being allowed or aid is being distributed. And now it's more of a synonymous to aid is synonymous to death and shooting and discriminate killing of hungry crowds of Palestinians. A large crowd literally gathered in the area and had been doing so for the past few weeks as this crossing started to operate. But desperation, hunger is forcing people to gather at these areas in order to get their hands on at least a sack of flour and go back to their families. Unfortunately, the scene turned into much of the chaos, the natural byproduct of desperation and hunger. Chaos led to the scene of approaching these trucks and the Israeli military opening fire on hungry people. 26 people reported killed and were transferred to the Shifa Hospital and other medical health facilities in the northern part of Gaza City and on the way to Shifa Hospital. Many of the privately owned clinics received many of the injuries and the bodies that were transferred. But that's only the number people managed to pick up from the ground. There are still many who are left on the ground due to the intensity of the shooting, heavy machine guns by the tanks surrounding the area, by the snipers, by the quadcopters. And if you look at the number, 26 in a blink of an eye fell on the ground because they were hit. That an indication of how intense the fire was when it happened. And this is not the first time it's happening. Just a couple of days ago, we're looking at larger number of people were killed as a result of the ongoing shooting and the deliberate attacks on hungry people. It's now clear everywhere where the trucks are allowed in or distribution centers open, death is the equivalence of these activities. Aid is soaked with the blood now, blood of hungry people who are malnourished, who are starved to death in order to get some food and go back to their families. 120 of those people were critically injured, and based on the medical reports from the Shifa Hospital, we're looking at consistent injuries, upper back, the lower part of the neck, the chest, the abdominal areas, or shots that are meant to cripple people right in the kneecaps of many of the people who are whose health or whose hopes to go back and walk again is very, very slim now because of the kind of bullets that are used, explosive bullets that shattered the knees and the bones when they hit people. And that's the trend right now, an army of amputated generation we have here, and now a generation of crippled people as a result of these attacks, let alone the many injuries of the shrapnels and the many explosive materials across the Gaza Strip.
Hani Mahmoud bringing us up to date on the situation there from Gaza City. Thank you very much indeed, Hani.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.